We actually have two picks for the travel compact category. We went with the bases that you're going to take these traveling and you want them small. So we came up with two. The first is the Benchmade Intersect. Let's take a look at the Benchmade Intersect dive knife. The Benchmade Intersect is a Magna cut steel knife measuring just over 2.5 inches with the handle measuring just over 3.5, making this one of the shorter knives we've tested. Barely tipping the scales at 2.7 ounces, this is very light as well. It features a sharp straight edge, a lanyard, and the plastic sheath features a snapping locking mechanism which keeps the Intersect in place. The Intersect isn't going to set the world on fire, but it's going to do exactly what you want it to do. I did knock it down just a little bit on the accessibility. I'm not a big fan of the snaps. It's tough to get those closed when you're wearing thick gloves, get them snapped back in. You have to have a lot of hand-eye coordination, dexterity to get it to work. And so I knocked it down just a little bit. The cool thing is you don't have to have this in a certain way. This knife can fit in this scabbard either way. So that knocked it down just a little bit, but not hardly at all. Once we cut testing and went to the cutting phase, Benchmade does what Benchmade does. This little knife cut through that 550 cord and the nylon cord amazingly. Just cut through them one stroke on each one, so you'll have no problem cutting almost anything you can run into. If it was me, I would probably ditch this scabbard, find maybe an aftermarket to carry it in. If you like that, you might like that though. I'm just not a fan of those snaps. Great little knife though. The Promate Sharp Tip Titanium is, as its name implies, made out of titanium. It's a 3-inch blade with a 3.5-inch handle, giving it a small stature. It has a serrated edge, a sharp, straight edge, and a line cutter. It has a grommet to attach a wrist wrap to if you need to. And it comes with a plastic mounting sheath, which is really cool. The design of this, you can mount it straight to your hoses or to your BC. Great little travel knife. When I first picked up the Sharp Tip Titanium, I didn't really like the locking mechanism. It looked too complicated, too many moving parts. And I think through testing that was kind of founded. If you're barehanded or wearing thinner gloves, it's easy enough to push the sides in and pull it out. You get up a little bit thicker with the mittens, trying to aim for those both sides and squeeze them at the same time becomes a little bit harder. The part that we ran into problems with is this little knob here, this little extended piece there. You have to line it up with the knife perfectly to get it to go back in. And so if you're off to the side trying to push it in, it's just not going to line up in there, and you're going to have problems with it. And the thicker the gloves went, the more problems we had. Small things. I like the size of this knife. It's great to go on a BC, hook on your hose, and it's always there. That way, if you want to carry a more serious knife with you, you can, and this could be a good backup knife. During the testing, the sharp edge was really good. It cut the 550 cord and the nylon cord, no problems. The serrated edge that comes with it was a little bit weaker. It took about twice as much effort to cut through the 550 cord and the nylon as the sharp edge. The line cutter didn't do much with the 550 cord. It kind of just moved it around, kind of cut the outside. I'm sure it can cut some regular fishing line, but I wouldn't go beyond that with that. Like I said, getting it back in is the hardest part. I'm a big fan of keeping your eyes ahead of you and where you're going, and if you have to look down to see that, so that's going to knock a couple points off for me. If you like what we're doing, if you're learning things, go ahead and hit those buttons below, like, share, and subscribe. Drop us a comment, let us know where you're watching from. Till next time, see ya.